Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. In this video, we're going to talk about this course here on Reddit, Python subreddit group. Free Machine Learning Fundamentals course covers regression, pandas, scikit, learn, and more. So the whole thing's about an hour long. It's free. This is what it covers. Data handling with pandas. And I like my data frames. They're just easy to use. Scikit-learn basics. Part of the Python core libraries or frameworks or packages. Scikit-learn, well, one of them, or consider one of them. And the nice thing about Scikit is it's a very basic package for machine learning to start with. If you're new to all this, probably I would recommend. I've not really gone through that myself as I should. Um, Obviously, I'm focusing more on content and rebuilding a new website at quantlabsnet.com. So the algorithms covered here are decision trees, support vector machines, linear regression, and model evaluation. This one's kind of important, R squared. I've seen that throughout the world of finance to measure time series and the like, and equations that come off of the raw data of time series, whatever you're analyzing. So might be worthy to look at this course. One funny thing I saw was this comment from this guy who said, "LOL, tools already outdated in your title. I don't think I've touched pandas in 2 years." I just don't think this guy understands the concept of what this course should be about. As I said, it's free. Okay, it's a free course, so that's pretty good. So again, here are the topics covered. The fundamental concepts of regression and its importance of predicting continuous outcome. If you go to my video I put out yesterday, I talked about the math of stock market. That can be pretty well applied to anything. That was put out blog post from Quant Insti, so I did some added commentary on it. That seems to be well received, which is good. So part of that is I talk about the overview of regression. In TradingView, I've shown a couple of regression indicators that can be used with regression. So it can be an important concept. And also, it's kind of like a trend line as well, but it is different. It's more, dare I say, quantity than standard technical analysis. And either or, people are going to ask, well, what's the difference between technical analysis and quant? People need to understand that when you look at charts, and they'll just laugh at you because you just look at charts. But what needs to be understood is that those charts behind the calculations to make those visualization of those charts is math. So in a way, they are can be important. I just use them not for predicting with exclusively for trading and technical analysis. I would only use it for confirmation when, let's say, entries and exit take place. No different than quant. Quant can also help you in the world of predicting and forecasting. So again, we have the concept of regression, evaluate, implement models to solve real world problems. So there you can use hypothesis theory, I believe, or a time series. Again, I'm learning this from my days with MATLAB. So with that, you can look at a data series, time series, and figure out if the data series is either mean reverting, trending, sideways. So it's kind of important to know that and to know what type of model or strategy against that time series. And if you can do that, then that's going to help you I won't say instantly profit, but radically improve your probability of profiting off of that data series, whatever you're watching. And that's one of those fundamentals you kind of want to know as you get more into it. Data processing techniques, including data cleaning and transformation using pandas. That's true too. You want to get rid of gaps. You want to get rid of potentially smooth out the data, as they call it, remove a lot of the noise. The distribution models I've shown, that one instance shown in that post, in that video, kind of hints at that. as well. So you know, if you're the kind of person that wants to only focus on extreme right tails or left tails for potential big movements and big profit on extreme shorting or longing opportunities. Now, here's the important one here is learn to evaluate regression models using metrics such as R squared score to assess model accuracy and performance. So this is kind of important as well to see if the data series you're looking at is worthy of um, uh, implementing at that time. For me, I'm kind of doing it blind, but think I like to use I like to use TradingView exclusively. But if you have models that you can or strategies might models and strategies to me can be the same, no different than indicators and strategies. But let's say if you want to use as an indicator to be able to use R squared before you apply your strategy, it would be helpful to know, as I said before, what kind of strategy you need to apply. Is it mean reverting? Is it trending? So on and so forth. Understand the importance of splitting data into training and testing sets to validate performance. Usually, what this means is that, uh, regardless if it's MATLAB, Python, or the standard is you have a data set and you can kind of back test that data set. And you'd say, let's say 80% of it you back test, and then you forecast up from that point of the first 80%, and you forecast the last 80% to see how accurate your model will be against real world in a data series because you have the last 20% that you can calculate. So you can use that again to validate your call it model performance here as they call it. Now this is when we start getting into the machine learning. This is now the basics of stuff. So um, this is kind of like the basics of, I mean, machine learning can mean a million things, but in the world of regression here, there are some pretty good techniques you can use in scikit learn to be able to again predict target variables based on input features. So there, what you could use those input variables and targets for your entry and exit, assuming that your model that you're using will play out as you forecast it, if that makes sense. Again, this is all in Python, just so the beginners know what I'm talking about here. Understand the key difference between classification and regression tasks, including the objectives of real world applications. Again, this is going to be and can be used for sure in the world of trading, without a doubt. Learn to implement decision tree models for regression using scikit-learn. Again, this sort of thing will be very, very beneficial depending upon how deep it goes with scikit-learn. We're not getting into the world of TensorFlow or Torch, those very popular machine learning frameworks. And then those lead you into the more deep learning AI, where you're building LLMs and feeding a model using large language models or LLM into those models. So this is the direction everything's going in the world of quant trading with AI. But these are the early steps in your knowledge and journey into learning that stuff. AI and knowledge of SVM and how to apply them for regression tests, including concepts of hyperplanes and margins. So again, I'm not sure if this one will be really particular to learning for quant, but it wouldn't hurt. Let's just put it that way. So here's the content. All right, so let's go over that. And again, this is free. I mean, I don't see how people have the right to complain when things are free. If you don't like it, don't use it. There's always going to be somebody else who likes it and values it. It's always a case of free stuff. But if you want people like this to continue putting out free stuff, including myself, you gotta over time have to compensate them for them to continue providing the free stuff and or building value once you go beyond the paywall. A lot of people may not agree with that, but whatever. AI is transforming industries and revolution the way we live, work. Okay, that's true. We shall understand the harness the power of machine learning. Our course, Intro to the Fundamentals of Machine Learning Regression, your gateway to mastering the fundamentals of machine learning regression algos. Remember, regression is just one of many basic machine learning concepts that lead you into the more intelligent AI, be it, uh, like I said, deep learning. Um, what else is there? Neural networks and the like. So what you'll learn is core regression algo, delve in the principles of application of linear regression, support machine, vector machine, and decision trees. So there's other areas that I said I can cover, but these are the basics into leading into machine learning. Model evaluation techniques, learn to evaluate your model performance using essential metrics, ensuring accuracy and reliability. Pre-processing with pandas, hands-on practice. So you got the interactive code-along sessions to apply theoretical knowledge and gain practical experience. This is a very important concept. Um, a lot of people will theoretically throw math out there with their fancy formulas with no how do I code it in the world of Python, C++, the like. And I think that is radically improving over the last number of years. Before that, it was just really you're guessing. And then being able to apply that theoretical knowledge and then gain the benefit of why it's important, why you're learning this stuff. So, why you should join. Again, remember, this is free. Uh, Beginners of machine learning, that includes me. Course is perfect for those new to the field, providing solid foundation in regression techniques and data pre-processing. Experienced programmers, expand your programming expertise by integrating basic machine learning concepts and practices. One thing I have to admit to, and I'm one of them, is if you're relying on uh, things like whatever ChatGPT or whatever throws back at you as an answer, that's all fine for the lazy person. If you're the kind of person that's curious, wants to kind of go down the path of career for this, there's no reason why you have to learn the code behind the scenes and what generates those answers using the large language models that the likes of Microsoft, OpenAI, Google are sitting on. Data science enthusiasts, enhance your data analysis skills and learn how to build effective regression models. Part of the other thing is in this world, and I've gone over and over it over career and different types of roles in large trading firms, banks, hedge funds, whatever, they need to validate the information. They have to validate the models. So again, this is what kind of like data science leads you into. So um, the key here is to build effective. Effective is a key word there to make sure that they're accurate. Students and professionals apply machine learning regression academic projects or professional scenarios. Okay, again, um, course highlight, high quality presentations, lectures, simple, complex concepts, interactive code alongs. This is another really important to understand and build out the algo that you want to use in this, again, in this area of regression, uh, and force your learning through hands-on practice. It doesn't matter what the application is, if it's science or if it's medical or if it's whatever. These principles can be applied to the world of finance as well. Comprehensive coverage from theoretical foundation to practical implementation. This is the key. Uh, the difference between going into the weeds of the high end positions for C, quant researchers, and quant coders, or quant developers, quant engineers. If you put the time to learn the basic math and then build on top of that, this stuff, the early machine learning stuff, you're now potentially putting yourself more into the quant researcher role. And those same quant researchers can code themselves as well. If the firms can find top notch coders, this is just one rule. If they can find in one person, one candidate, a top programmer, be it Python, C++, and they're also a top mathematician building out machine learning and strategies and trading ideas, on top of having a very lengthy number of years of trading, those type of people would be highly valuable to these firms if you can prove it when you go through the recruiting process during the interviews. You'll be within a few years, you will be looked upon earning probably half a million into the million. But you got to be top of game. Remember what I said before. There are now jobs where there's 1,200, 3,000 people applying for one job. Okay. So to break through that, it's tough. And I've gone over a variety of videos and podcasts on how to break through. Don't miss the opportunity to the AI future. Enroll in fundamental machine, blah, blah, blah today, and take steps towards that. So I'm the kind of person that will show highlights of what may be worthwhile looking at. Again, it's free um, and 40 minutes of on-demand video. So that's a pretty small amount of time. And then being able to reinforce it, it's free. You can't complain. So anyways, if you want to know more on what I do, and as I said before, there's the easy path to this and the hard path. Depends on your goal. Let me just pull this up again so people know exactly. So as you know, the new site, quantlabsnet.com, here under learn, in there, if you sign up to this, you'll get a 40-minute view of video on why I use uh, TradingView. Now, this is the easy path, but let's talk about those that want to do these type of courses for career. I'm not going to sit here and discourage you from pursuing if you're trying to get into a trading firm making a good couple hundred grand, half a million, whatever. I'm not going to discourage you, but do understand a lot of people have been laid off without experience. There are always fresh grads coming out of the programs that are in the Ivy League schools that the trading firms are going to hire from. And on top of that, they're always hiring internally as well and promoting. And the AI is displacing a lot of these people at the same time. So the competition's getting fierce for these type of jobs. I think fewer and fewer companies that are starting out won't need then have the need to hire people because the AI will do it all eventually. And the only path you have is if you want to do it for career or out of interest, that's fine. Again, I'm not here to discourage you from doing these type of courses. I think it's good. It's good information to learn, to enhance and beef up your career, but it's getting tougher to stay in the world of IT and programming specifically. But what I will say is if you want to do this for yourself, yes, yeah, you could definitely learn this and it's to your advantage, especially as what I said earlier about R squared and all that, and being able to prevent and see potential losses on trading opportunities that present themselves, but to be able to go down deeper into seeing R squared and whatnot, other metrics that you can use to see if it's worthwhile pursuing. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with that. So again, that's the hard way. Now, I do know there's a percentage of people, high, low, I don't know, that want the easy path. They want profit today. Now, if you're one of them, you can do that too. And you don't need to be a coder. That's why I'm using TradingView. Also noticed on my past year's worth of videos, a lot of my TradingView videos from 10 months ago are now doing okay number of views. So that tells me there's a huge interest in TradingView. You can do quantitative techniques. You can still do quantitative techniques with Python before you add it to let me repeat. You can still use quantitative techniques with Python or C++ and run it through a script to ensure that that trading instrument, whatever it is worthy to watch on TradingView. With trading, and not just that, but as I said with the regression, it will tell you if it's mean reverting. Another way of saying it's going sideways, which a lot of instruments are now showing, and I think it's going to get worse for that. And the more intelligent trader will look for things that are trending long term. So being able to find those using these techniques from this course is another help there. So even as an indie developer, that's going to help you. Even if you're just a standard coder or standard trader, learning this is a huge benefit as the markets will get higher probability of higher risk of losing money. So there's those type of people, and I would recommend everyone do that. But people like to be lazy. Fine. There is a path that you can take and rely on other footed up strategies and indicators from even within TradingView using the Pine script and being able to find those, apply maybe 2, 3 lines to automate your trading, and then run it and 100% automated. So there's that path as well. I've got a course on that that highlights that. So either way, you win. Um, but I would still take the first path of putting the effort in to learn about the quantitative stuff instead of just bypassing that and just going directly to TradingView itself. So that's pretty well it. Again, that's under the Learn tab here at quantlabsnet.com. Put the link in there in the video description. Thanks for watching.